What is the culture of care to you? How does the culture of care look like at Rice right now? Where is it working? Where is it failing? And how can we get more Rice students to participate in a culture of care? Joan?
Sure. So I think oftentimes when people think of the culture of care, sometimes they might think about Dean Hutch's 3 R's. He's right here. He can tell us about them too. And I think that because of that, we aren't necessarily dictating for ourselves what it is that we value and what it is that we want to care about. And I think that relying on these specific 3 R's, we sort of have a fallback anytime that an instance occurs or something happens, and we say, oh, well, okay, next time we'll respond with these 3 R's. I think that as a student body, and especially regarding the culture of care, we really need to understand what it is that we care about and how we want to go about going through this. And I think that in a lot of instances, students are so fantastic at being a bystander, at being in an instance and being able to stop an instance from happening, or stepping in and intervening and saying, this isn't right, this isn't something that our community values, and stepping in and taking action. But I think that another value, or another aspect of our culture of care that I think kind of hinders us, is that there's a lot of weird social pressure, and especially in our social environment, that I think is misaligned with what we actually value. And so once we break these values or sort of have these instances that may go against our values, we oftentimes don't have our own 3 R's or our own values to fall back on, and we say, okay, next time we will use Dean Hutch's 3 R's. I think that moving forward, we really need to dictate what it is that we care about so that we can create our own culture of care rather than relying on the 3 R's that have been given to us.
So we actually do have our own values to fall back on. In the Student Code of Conduct currently, the preamble was written with administrators and students a number of years ago, and I agree that it should be readjusted now for our current student population, and I look forward to leading that discussion as SA president. And that is really the kind of the crux of what we as Rice students are expected to uphold, and that was really written by students a number of years ago, so it's a little bit outdated. But when we have these discussions at different colleges around what the culture of care represents, people tend to be shocked when we talk about it outside of the context of alcohol, and I think that really needs to be changed. The culture of care is really about understanding and respecting and caring for the entire person. So whether that's mental well-being, stress management, alcohol, drugs, depression, whatever it might be, just looking out and understanding that we as Rice students need to collaborate with each other and really be each other's best support system.